9 free ways to build an email list. Building an email list is really hard if you don't know how to do it. In this video I'm going to make it really easy. Imagine having an email list that could generate thousands of dollars a day, and you did it all with free methods. That's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video, and we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for showing up, but don't forget, you got to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there, and don't forget also bell notifications. You got to ring the bell and turn on all notifications. That way you'll be part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified every single time I do a new video. Now in this video we're going to be talking about email lists, but I got to tell you, when I first started out I didn't get it. I didn't know how important those email lists were. Now I do. Now I generate money every single day off emails. I've been selling online since 2009, and I've sold millions of dollars worth of both digital products and physical products, and I got to tell you, a lot of that money came from emails. So in this video I just want to share with you all those things that you can do, especially if you don't have a big budget right now, how you can build that email list and not have to spend money to do it. Also, I have an e-commerce course that is going to be below. All you gotta do is click the link. You can click and learn. It's 100% free. It's a $97 course, so take advantage of that. Now, have you tried to build an email list? I want to know what your comments are on that. Comment below in that section there. Tell me what you've done, what's worked, what hasn't worked. If you have questions about building email lists or anything else that's related to selling online, feel free to put those comments below. Now, I've heard people say email's dead, email doesn't make any money. Email may not make as much as it did a few years ago. However, it's still wildly profitable. On average, for every $1 spent on advertising on email, $40 comes back. So that's a pretty good return. So don't ever write off email until it really dies, which I don't think it ever will. No other channel comes even close to that amount of return. So email is super important. Deciding to build an email list for e-commerce stores, that's super important, but actually being able to do it and seeing a return, that's the tough part, and that's what we're going to cover in this video. The two major conditions, right, to being successful at building your email list are: number one, traffic to your website. You've got to have traffic to your website, and number two, you've got to have decent sign-up forms. Now I'm going to recommend that you use Kartra. Kartra is amazing. It has the sign-up forms already built into it. You can build your landing pages, your sales funnels. Down in the description below there's a link. You can click on it and go watch a video with all the stuff that Kartra does. It'll make you a ton of money, and it's going to save you money too, because it has a lot of things it does that a lot of programs don't do, so you have to go out and buy a whole bunch of different software. With Kartra, it's all built in. Now when you use the link below, you can actually watch a video, but if you want to get Kartra, it has a $1 trial, so I highly suggest you checking out Kartra. Now I'm going to give you things that work fast. If you're like me, I want to see results right away. I don't want to wait. Okay, so I'm going to give you 9 things that you can do that will get you results in days or maybe even hours. First off, let's do some definitions here. An email list. What is an email list? Now first off, you got to have a place to put it. Kartra can do that for you too. That's why I'm suggesting Kartra, because it can do your emails. You could build your list in there. Everything can be done. An email list basically is people that are made up of people who have opted in for your products, that have bought your products, that have shown interest in your products or gotten downloads, and those emails are collected based on what they're interested in. People have said the money is in the list, and while that's true, it's also important that your list be clean and relevant. So you know, if you've built a list of people who are interested in boating, and then you send them a sales page that has to do with hair care, you're not going to do well. So you've got to understand, when you're building this email list, you have to tag people appropriately. You have to know what their interests are. You have to know where they've been, and if you do it that way, yeah, money is in the list. And of course, the main reason of building this list is the more people you have on the list, the more potential customers you'll have on down the road who could buy your products. Let's talk about some of the do's and don'ts of email lists. First off, number one, is you got to get a good email provider. Not all email providers are the same. I've been through a lot of different ones. I've had Constant Contact, I've had Aweber, I've had Infusionsoft, which changed their name to Keep. Right now I have Kartra. Kartra, I can't say enough good things about it. I really can't. It's a great email provider. They have so many other things in there. They have sales pages, they have sales funnels, they have memberships, and it's all built under one roof, so you don't have to buy all these additional services. Now the other thing about them is they have really good deliverability. Now you can have an email provider, but if the emails that are going out people aren't seeing, if they're going to people's spam folders, it doesn't do you any good. So you're paying for these emails to go out and nobody ever sees them. Kartra keeps it clean. They have, I don't know how they do it, I'm not a technical person, but they keep the provider clean. This enables your emails to actually reach the inbox of your potential buyer. Now the next thing I'm going to tell you, number 2, is to keep your list healthy. What do I mean by healthy? Here's a crazy statistic I ran across the other day. 30% of the people on your email list change their emails every 2 years. Now that's insane, right? If the emails change, how are you ever going to get any emails to them? So you got to keep your list healthy. If those people are no longer opening your emails, we need to get them off the list, and there's some tools that are built in Kartra that will help you with that, and you'll know what's going on and you can get the people off the list. If you have a low open rate on your list, what happens is providers like Yahoo Mail and Gmail and all that will start marking you as spam, and then they start sending all your emails to spam, and you don't want that to happen. Number 3, I'm going to tell you, never buy an email list. Ever buy an email list. Don't do it. People who are selling email lists will sell that list to hundreds or even thousands of people, and if you're using some of those names on there, they're going to be known spammers, and when that happens, you're going to become a spammer, and guess what? None of your emails are going to reach your potential buyers. Now I know why people buy these lists, because it's cheap. It's really cheap to do. You can get a lot of names really cheap, and then the thinking is, well gosh, if only 2 or 3% of them are any good, it's still a good deal. But the problem is when you start mailing all these other people and you get marked as a spammer, then nobody on your list or that new list is going to see any of your emails. Here's an example, I'm putting it on the screen now, of some of the ads you'll see about email lists, and trust me, you could Google this right now, you could find tons of people. I wouldn't buy from any of them. Now here's the really bad part. If you start getting a lot of spam reports, if people start reporting your emails as spam, your actual provider, whether it be Kartra, whether it be Constant Contact or Aweber or whatever, they'll just cancel your account. Just think of it this way. If you want to kill your career as an email marketer, just go ahead and buy a list right up front, and that will assuredly kill your career. But if you want to build a good email list, a list that's going to make you some money, follow these 9 steps. Okay, number 1, you've got to understand what an opt-in form is. This opt-in form is the form you're going to use to actually get somebody's email. Now in the olden days, it used to be a pop-up or something on the website that said, opt in to get our newsletter, and that doesn't work anymore. You can't do that. Anytime that somebody opts in on one of your forms, they have to see themselves getting value. So they could opt in for a free course, they could opt in for a free download, they could opt in to get a discount, but there has to be some actual value. And there's a lot of different ways of doing opt-in forms. It could be one that's just a banner across the top of your website. It could be one that once they've scrolled, one pops up on the screen. It could be one that's off to the side. So understand there's a lot of different ways of putting an opt-in form in there also. Now a lot of providers, let's say you're using WordPress or something like that, you can buy actual plugins that will pop an opt-in for you. If you use something like Kartra, which I highly recommend, you can actually take those opt-in forms and put them on your WordPress site, put them on your Magento site, put them wherever you want, and you can also use them in Kartra, so they're usable everywhere. And that's just one of the things you get with Kartra. And like I said, there is a link below. You can watch a video on Kartra, and if you choose to go ahead and get Kartra, you got a $1 trial, so I would definitely say check that out. They also have pre-made templates in there, so you don't have to design them, you just put your words on their forms. And number 2, use a surprise pop-up. They may be on a section of your website where they're thinking about buying a product, and a pop-up comes up and it says get 10% off on your first order. Well, they're more apt to do that right now because they're actually looking at a product. So you can put something like that on one of your pages, and it's really easy to do in Kartra. Now here's an example of exactly that right here. You can see it says don't leave just yet, sign up now to get 15% off your first purchase. All you have to do is enter your email and your phone number. This one here has a phone number on it. I don't like to use phone numbers. I use first names and emails, but you know, here's an example of a form that's used on the site. Let me take you inside Kartra real quick and I'll show you how it's done. This is the little page here. Now I've got it clicked here for a landing pop-up, so that means as soon as they land on this page, one of these pop-ups is going to come up. As you can see, there's some options off the side. There's some of the pop-ups I actually have on this particular site, and this is an exit pop-up right here. Is an example of the exit pop-up, and you can just click this little button here in the top where it says activate pop-up, and you've got a choice of landing page pop or exit pop. Below this is where you can actually edit it. As soon as you've selected one, you can actually do an animation off to the side. You can have an animation, a fade, what else they got here, zoom, slide in from the left, slide in from the right, so you can have different ways that it's going to appear on the page, and then you just set it up the way you want. Now, number 3, the power of the incentive. Okay, so there's certain things that you can offer people that have a high value to them, and certain things they just really don't have a high value, and you're not going to do very well. And like I said earlier, if you're telling somebody to sign up for your newsletter, or if you're telling them to you know, get updated on your products or your company, they don't want that. They see that as spam. They don't want all that extra information. They want real value. So offer them a discount, offer them a download, offer them a free membership, a free ebook, you know, a list, a guide, something that's going to be useful to them right then. Now here's another one right here that is offering free shipping, so that may be of interest to them, especially like they've got heavy products. Like we sell some canned meats at our survival company, and those are heavy, so free shipping would be really cool for somebody to get. Now this is a bad pop-up right here. This is a really bad one. There's nothing I like about it. I don't like the color. I don't like the font. I don't like the fact that it offers you nothing. It says receive our newsletter and stay up to date on new arrivals and savings. Nobody wants that, guys. Nobody wants that. Don't put that stuff on your site. It's just terrible. The number 4 way to get emails is gamification. Now what's gamification? Well, they're actually going to play a game to get something of value by giving up their email. Now on your screen now you see this spin the wheel to save a fortune. This here gives you discounts off your product, and all you have to do is put your email in there, and then you get to spin the wheel. Now of course what you've done by doing this is you've gotten the person's email, but what they're going to get in return is a discount on their purchase, so that's attractive to them. Now this is something that actually can be adjusted, so you can determine where this thing lands, 10%, 20%, or how much of a discount, or if they get free shipping. You set all that up in this particular software. Number 5 is have a targeted landing page. I see this happen so often where they'll send people to a particular website, to the home page, and there's nothing to do there. It's just the home page with all their categories and their products and, you know, the pop-ups and all this stuff going on, but there's nothing to really do. So what you want to do is build an actual landing page. If you're driving traffic, a landing page that people go to and they have one thing to do, to buy a product or download something. It can be an actual page where they're going to get a discount, or it's a major sale for 2 days, something along those lines. Let's take a look at one real quick that I saw. I really liked it. It's kind of basic, but you know, if you look at it, it even says basic piece at the top. You see right here, you can get free shipping. That's one thing you can do, free shipping. But all they have to do is enter their name and email address. They've got a really cool picture on here. It's unusual. It, you know, grabs your eyes when you see this thing. But if you notice, it's got far fewer elements than a home page would have. You know, your home page would have your categories and, you know, maybe pricing and about us and contact and all this. There's only one thing on here to do, and that's give up your email address. And you'll find pages like this, when you make pages like this, they're going to convert a whole lot higher, and you can actually use the templates that are in Kartra. They're already designed for stuff like this, and all you have to do is pop in your pictures or your text or whatever you want to do. The actual opt-ins are already designed. The entire page will be designed for you. The next thing I'll tell you, number 6, is use powerful lead magnets. What's a powerful lead magnet? A powerful lead magnet is something that has value. Okay, so if it has real value, if it offers to help, you know, these people, if it is something that you know, they could get immediate results, they could change their life, it could reduce their pain, whatever it is that you're trying to get across. Make sure that lead magnet has real value. If it has real value, you're going to get a whole lot higher opt-in rate. The shame of it is that, you know, when we're building these e-commerce sites, 97% of the people that come to your e-commerce site will not buy. I mean, the average is about 3% purchase rate. And since that's the case, if you don't get emails, you never get a shot at those people again. And those are the people that are going to actually build your business for you. That first time sale person, that person that just buys knee jerk, I mean, that's good to have that. They may buy some more down the road, but if you can get somebody's email and you can indoctrinate them and send them information that's useful and send them more and more emails about more and more products, you're going to have a profitable business. But you got to do things like this. Here's one from Ad Espresso, and I really like it because it's kind of funny, it's cool, it's bright, it stands out, you know, but take note of how simple this is. Download this free ebook. Okay, that's all they say in the title, and then it says what the ebook does. This free ebook will help you master the do's and don'ts of Facebook ads, join over 46,738 marketers in our community, and get the free ebook now. So they're also using a very specific number. When you use that specific number, if you put 100,000 or 50,000, it doesn't mean anything, but they put 46,738. It's pretty cool. Make sure that your lead magnets relate to your products. Now, I probably shouldn't have to say that, but I'm going to say that. You know, if you're selling dog training, but your lead magnet is to get people who want to lose weight, makes no sense, okay? Makes no sense. So it has to be something related, because that way you can categorize these people. If somebody downloads a recipe book on weight loss, you could later on sell them a weight loss course. You know what's in their head. You know what they're interested in. Number 7, do giveaways that work. Okay, giveaways that work. So you can have people opt in through a contest. There's a lot of contest softwares out there, and make sure it's a product that people really want, desire. I know I did one a couple of years ago. It was really good, and it was to opt in to win a free case of canned survival food meat. Now that is specific. Okay, if somebody is actually opting in to win a case of survival food canned meat, I know they want that. Okay, that's a very specialized person. But something else cool you can do later on is, if they don't win, if they're not the winner, you can send them an email and say, hey, you didn't win, but here's a discount coupon for that product that you wanted. That's a really no-brainer, because once they see that, they're like, yeah, I do want that, and I'm getting a discount on it, maybe I'll just go ahead and buy it. So you can build a big list of buyers by doing something along those lines. Now here's an example right here of Jewel Scent. It looks like they've got candles here, and it says Valentine's giveaway, win a Jewel Scent candle, jewelry candle right here. So when they opt in for this, they could later on use this as a list of people to market these candles to. They know they're interested in them. Now, a lot of these softwares will allow you to build your list, not just from the person that opts in, but when they share it with other people. So what it does is, when they share it with other people, they will get more entries. So let's say they're opting in. Here's an example of one right here. It says you have 1 entry, 1 more entry for every friend that you refer that opts in. So they can get more and more entries. So they may send it out to 10 people or 100 people, so that they increase their odds of winning, and then those people can do the same thing too. So it really builds your list by using their friend network too. Now I will say, when you're doing these contests, most of these softwares will have a page it sends them to, or make sure you do it on a landing page of your own. Don't do it on the main part of your website. Number 8, use referral programs, right? If people refer other people, they get some type of benefit, or they get some type of giveaway. Some of the companies that have used this before are PayPal and Dropbox and Uber. All these companies have used that referral thing, and it would send a message to another person. They could get a free ride the first time on Uber. The person who sent out the link to give out a free ride also can benefit by getting a $5 coupon or a $10 coupon off their next ride. Here's an example here of a company that's doing a referral incentive program, and you can get a Starbucks, Home Depot, Target, or Nordstrom's gift card, which is kind of cool. And number 9 is offline list building. Don't always think of everything online. There's real humans out there. You can actually talk to people. You can continually build your list. You can go to events. You can hand out cards. You can print and exchange business cards. You can take participation at different fairs, local festivals. You can set up a table there and collect emails there by doing giveaways. Anytime anytime you sell a customer offline, make sure you get their email and add it to your email list too. Restaurants are a good example of this, or nail salons or hair salons or any of those places that have a lot of customer interaction. Get those people's emails and offer them some incentive. You may even want to organize a group. You may want to do a free training on something like Meetup along those lines and have people sign up with their emails. You can build your email list on that. Maybe you're going to do a free training course for them. Maybe you're going to do a little seminar for them. Maybe they can learn something there. You can also build your list there. At the end of the day, yeah, there's money in a list if you organize it right and you build it right. I hope you enjoyed this video, and give me a thumbs up. Let me know which one of these methods you're going to use or have used. Have you used something that's worked for you? Put that in the comments below. If you have any questions about this, put it in the comments below. And don't forget, I have a $97 e-commerce course that's absolutely free. There's a link in the description below. You can click on that. You can grab that course. No credit card needed. Just click and learn. If you haven't, you've got to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. There's a big subscribe button down there, and next to it there's a bell. You got to ring the bell. That's the notification bell. When you ring that bell, you also want to set it to get all notifications. That way, when I do a video, you will be notified. You'll be special. You'll be part of the VIP family, the Fisher family that knows about these videos before anybody else does. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.